Oh. Low energy. Low energy. All right. First 30 seconds was pretty bad, but we're gonna get into it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a review of a pair of shoes per my brother's suggestion. He wanted me to review both pairs of shoes that was sitting on my couch during one of my previous videos. And the thing about those shoes is they are about 3 years old, so I can do a pretty thorough review on that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get out these guys right here, Haan Zerogrand wingtip Oxfords in the color of ironstone, size 11.5. Here's the thing: it's normally wear size 13, and 13 is my sneaker shoe size. And believe it or not, my regular like dress shoe kind of size, or at least for Haan's and whatnot, is 11.5. And I never knew this. And I would go to shoe stores, and I would buy like dress shoes in a size 13, and I would, basically they never fit really properly, and I didn't know how a shoe really should fit, and they would wear down unevenly and in the wrong spots, and I get blisters, and they were overall generally uncomfortable. And I walked into a Haan store one time, and this woman who had the guts and the tenacity to lead me in a direction of the right shoe, she kept looking at my foot and saying, you know what, you need a smaller shoe. You need a smaller shoe. And so she helped me out. She fit me into the 11.5s, and pretty much I couldn't be happier. And each of these shoes have always been a little bit tight to begin with, but the key is the toe doesn't touch the top of the shoe. And if it doesn't touch the top of the shoe, then you basically can break in the leather, and you end up getting it fits like a glove. It's fantastic. It's perfect. All right. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna break out the old ironstone Zerogrands. So here's the shoe, and as you can see, it is what is known as a brogue shoe because it has all these kind of little dots and holes on the top of it and so on in this design, also known as a wingtip. But basically the wingtip is this particular design. A brogue is just any type of shoe that has kind of like these holes in it and this sort of stenciling throughout it. That's known as a brogue. And you can't really see, but this is actually like a gray or a charcoal kind of color. Now, you might be wondering, why do I have the white glove on? There's actually a couple reasons to that. And one reason is because I was watching some YouTube videos and of some guys doing some unboxings, and they would have the gloved hand, and the white glove. And I feel like the white glove kind of brings a level of class to the video, and keeps you, prevents the distraction from my skin tone. Anyway, and the other reason is because these shoes, I've worn these to work multiple times, and our bathroom is absolutely disgusting at times, and this shoe is probably stood in all sorts of things. So the glove is for that purpose as well. So anyway, always, you see right there, that is the wooden shoe tree, and basically what you want to do with your shoes to keep care of them. I can't do anything one-handed. Is you want to put some of these bad Larrys in there, and basically what this does is they're made of they're cedar. Okay, I don't know if those are cedar or not. Anyways, they're made of wood, and you put those inside of the shoe, soaks up all the moisture in the shoe, and it helps to stretch out the front and kind of give it some form, and that way your shoe doesn't, turn into a bologna sandwich or whatnot. So my review about these shoes after I've had these for almost 3 years, and I've worn these. Actually, I took these over to France with me. It was one of the 2 shoes. These were the prime pick for the French trip, for the Paris trip, and mainly because they're very stylish, and at the same time they're extremely functional and comfortable, and you can walk many miles in them because it got that sneaker bottom, has like that Nike free kind of thing. Nike owns Haan, and even though this particular pair actually has held up really well over the course of 3 years, I've bought other Haans that I've returned to them of recent versions and so on that are not of the same quality, and I think Nike just kind of has that negative impact. But anyway, we're already at 5 minutes, and so one of the things I would say about this is that the biggest downside to these shoes has been how the polish has rubbed off over the course of the years. So when I first got these, you can't really tell that well, but let's see if I can do a bit better, some better lighting. Anyway, still not the best. Anyways, they're kind of a light gray, and they used to be like a dark, like a charcoal, and it had like some black kind of black polish in there, and it would add this kind of additional layer, this shoe noir kind of a thing. And I was like, you know, these are pretty tight, and I loved wearing them and so on. And after that wore off, I would buy gray polishes, and basically it was just turned out to be like a gray shoe, a light gray shoe, and I didn't like that. So what I've done recently is I've tried to start to mix some black polish with the gray, turn it into a nice charcoal color, and use that. But you know, you bought the shoe, you got it a certain color, and then you can't kind of like restore it to that color. And that is one thing that is upset me. The other thing I would say about this shoe is that sometimes I've experienced a little bit of squeak in this shoe. And anyone who knows about the squeak, it's sort of this this horrible syndrome of shoes where some sort of like water or moisture gets inside the sole. And you start walking, and every step you take, you hear this. Anyway, and basically, the way you solve that is, you guys might have seen in a previous video, I have sometimes a Gold Bond, a bottle of Gold Bond right here, and that primarily is actually for the shoes. And you put that inside the bottom, you take out the sole, you put the Gold Bond inside there, and it helps soak up that moisture somehow, and eliminates that that squeak. So otherwise, I mean, 3 years, you have to polish your shoes. If you have leather shoes, and their investment, these Bad Larrys, these things were at least over $200, I want to say. Cole Haan can be overpriced, but at the same time, Cole Haan always runs sales, so they're not really at that high inflated retail price. You know, what you're buying is is something of the value equal to about the sale price, and they usually have regular sales. You can easily get 30% off on most occasions. So that's the kind of shoe that you're buying. But anyway, for 3 years and the number of miles and continents that have been walked on in this shoe, I would highly recommend it. I think it's a fantastic you know, addition to your shoe wardrobe. And that's that. Hope you guys have enjoyed this this little video. Remember to hit that like button, because even though I don't care what people think about these videos, I've got a soft spot for the likes. So, all right, thanks a lot. See ya.